He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. He'll try to do it himself. Oh, he's got some space. That one could really put this. Into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Yeah, I tell you what, when you start a game in the first quarter and you show me I will run my quarterback like you did here, it makes me defend the whole field. It makes me a lot more nervous. You can tell this quarterback will be a threat throughout this football game.
At the 45 on his way. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down to the 14.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
Here comes the heat. Got some room headed to the goal line. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
When you have scrambling quarterbacks, you got to have a spot. You got to have somebody in the middle of the field. Everybody's playing coverage, but that guy's job is to focus on the quarterback.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Dogs!
And how about the wheels for the QB? You can tell, man, he can roll, and they are going to use him. This is just the first drive. You see him going for the touchdown. I imagine we'll see more of that guy running the football with that kind of speed.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Jackson will throw. Shoots it to the left. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there. We couldn't hook up.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication. And it...
Kickoff! What a play to set him up! And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia!
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Ready to send out this offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent...
Oh, there's an alley on the left. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. The throw. Pulls it in. It's Brown. On the move at the 30. And this defense defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Jackson going to throw it. He's got it. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The give on the inside. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
This is an offense that prides himself on being physical, so you need 1 yard. Just hand it off to your back and let him go to work.
And the Razorbacks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. He'll push his way out to the 38, pick up a 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He might want another play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Schiff. Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do this. When they make a 1st down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another one.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Jackson will throw. Pocket breaking down. It's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. They drag him down pretty quickly, but the defense forced a big turnover. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They've seen the good and the bad already. A touchdown on the opening drive, a pick on the 2nd one, and now to try to get things back on track. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that 1st down.
That is a really good-looking throw. You think about the expectation level now for quarterbacks at Georgia. Matthew Stafford was the #1 pick overall. Stetson Bennett won 2 national championships. Imagine the pressure on this guy. But when you see throws like that, he makes you believe that he can step up and lead this team to yet another natty.
To the air on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Schiff. He found his man and zipped it in there, and they've got a first down in the red zone at the 11. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Might be changing the route. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Bears the pressure. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And they bring the blitz. I mean, you could tell. They want to make him feel uncomfortable as quick as possible, and you can see him. He takes off with the football, and they just trying to get to him, try to get him on the ground, but this defense choosing to blitz right now in this football game.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. And they've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the 2nd. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here.
29 Philly.
Looks as if he's going to run it. And he launches in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
It's just so nice to have a signal runner who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop. Who knows? Better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Oh, he had it and he dropped it. Almost one of those big plays he's known for. It'll be 3rd down.
This quarterback is living dangerously now. Threw a pick earlier in the game, and he almost threw another one right there. These windows are tight. He's got to be really good with his decision making.
Jackson gonna throw it. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Razorbacks will try to pin them back with the punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Laps here in week 7 as they push out that lead.
And that is one of the biggest plays of that young man's football life. The true freshman taking the punt to the house. If I'm the head coach and I watch that, I'm now trying to find ways to get this guy on the field offensively because he's got some special ability.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also... And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And that guy is just a man. I mean, he sets the tone in this defense. And you saw it on that play right there. Reminds me a lot of the guy standing beside me, David Pollack. Really set the bar for great D-line play at Georgia. I think back to two guys I played against, Richard Seymour and Marcus Stroud, lining up beside each other on the inside of that D-line. That was an absolute nightmare to go up against.
Man, it's so nice to have a quarterback who doesn't flinch. You watch it, man. He's hanging in there, right? Hanging in there. Takes some time for those routes to get down the field. Gets hit as he throws it, but delivers the ball, a catchable ball down the field, and makes the big play. Nice toughness by that young man.
Finds his man. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And the Razorbacks have it with a 1st and 10. Jackson will throw. He tries to take the top off. That pass is intercepted, but he's out of bounds, so it'll go down as an incompletion and a stroke of good luck for the quarterback.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
And you knew he was going to take a step back because you can't throw the ball for over 80% in a season. Like, that's ridiculous. Last week he was on fire, but this week, man, he's freezing cold. And he's got to find something to get this offense going. But right now, just off target. Somebody needs to step up, make a play, and maybe get a spark for this offense.
That's a really nice looking throw, and I'll tell you, he fits in great with this offense because there's been this philosophical shift recently in the SEC offensively. It used to be you had to run the football. I formation, 3 yards in a cut.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Trying to take it back. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Georgia.
What an incredible individual effort by that big fella there. And Dave, you know, it's funny, I've been hearing more and more about how these D linemen are the best athletes on the field. What do you think?
I present to you Exhibit A. Look at the big fella. Not only does he make the catch, okay, so I can be a DB, I can be a wide receiver, I can catch it. I got the ball in my hands. Guess what else I am? I'm a running back. I take that thing all the way back to the house. Exhibit A, the best athletes on the football field.
Send that offense back onto the field. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Jackson gonna throw it. Wide open downfield. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down. The Razorbacks want to move quickly.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So that penalty is going to cost them the 1st down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. Now on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Sends it downfield. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
And the Razorbacks will try to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on fourth down, you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't blocked perfect, but the quarterback's got to have more sense of urgency.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Quarterback making adjustments. Pressure coming. Got it in the middle, it's shipped. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. I got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
One of the nice things about RPOs is that it's a slow developing mesh between the QB and running back, and that allows these receivers time to get vertically down.
Intercepted, a first half turnover can swing momentum. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. They are backed up, tough field position. The drive starts from their own 9-yard line. Jackson will throw. Quickly complete. Breaks into the open. He gets up to the 15-yard line as they're working their way away from their own end zone.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throwing the football. That's when he catch it, big fella.
The Razorbacks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to take a shot. Makes the grab on the right. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
Here's a heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
You can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had last game when he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate. That's the reason why he's completing somewhere around 50% of his passes.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Quickly complete. Finds a crease at the 20. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Fires into traffic, picked off. Got room on the return. He's inside the 40. The 20. Touchdown Bulldogs. The defense takes matters
This is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Jackson gonna throw it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down. The third down's coming up. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
Despite failing earlier on fourth down, they will try again here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking to the big tight end. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking to throw on first down. Defense was swarming around this quarterback, and he never had a chance to get it off. And down he goes, and we will head to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here.
Going over the top. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be second down.
This really has been a Jekyll and Hyde story for this quarterback. His last game out, he completed over 80% of his throws, but things just not going his way in this one. You've got to give the defense a ton of credit.
Right down the middle. Pulls it in. It's Brown. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. And the Razorbacks want to pick up the tempo. Jackson will throw. Under fire. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
It'll be third and long. He wants to throw it again. Fires to the middle. With the catch, it's Brown. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. The Razorbacks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Stands in and takes the hit. Hits him inside the 20, still going. They finally get him on the ground, but but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Oh, they're after him. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. It's only first down. It's not there. Throw it away. Live to play another day.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Touchdown, Razorbacks! Quick strike through the air for the score. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
And here he comes out of the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. And even after that last score, still working with a great big cushion. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to pass. The quick out. Ball is loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense. It back, gets a turnover.
Well, the quarterback got it to his receiver quickly and gave him an opportunity to make a few moves after the catch, but he's got to do a better job with ball security that time. That is a costly fumble.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Dogs! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And this offense picks up right where it left off. Scoring points, creating a big play. First drive of the second half, no problem. Don't worry about halftime adjustments. Just keep doing what you've been doing.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. Got his man. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
You see it so much in college football where they motion a running back out of the backfield. What are they?
Looking deep down the right side. It's caught, and what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Yeah, taking the shot down the field. I love it. Offenses have to do that. A lot of times offenses get pretty conservative, but take deep shots down the field. Try to make those big plays. Trust your wide receivers and your big play guys to make those shots down the field.
Jackson gonna throw it. Finds his tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Bringing the heat. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the heads.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a grab past the marker. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Slams it ahead. Touchdown, Arkansas! And they take it in for 6 more points.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Arkansas, 21.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Just a tremendous return. Great run, great speed and vision to really set up this offense. He almost got totally loose on that one. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They'll go back to work with a sizable margin still up there on the scoreboard. It's incomplete, and it also might be what is called a learning experience, and one this freshman got away with. Behind the chains now on second and long. From the shotgun, the inside give.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. Quarterback may change this route. Rush is on him. Caught near the sticks. It's Schiff. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. A designed run for the quarterback. Turning it on. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Georgia.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
And they tacked on the extra point. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Jackson will throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Pulls it in on the left. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got him. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Brown. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Going for 6. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks. In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going that maybe you can build on.
From the gun. Here comes the heat. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Overton. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly...
Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up this scoreboard.
Fires it down the seam. He makes the catch inside the 25. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. That big play put them in business. Now they're right on the edge of the red zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play that as a coaching staff you can build on for next week's game.
Got rid of it just in time. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Makes the grab. It's Brown. He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work. Jackson gonna throw it. Pocket breaking down. Hit as he throws. And it's incomplete on third down.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. And the completion gives them a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. And the Razorbacks want to crank the tempo.
And that is the advantage of having versatility at the running back position, right? It's fourth down.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Grabs it inside the 10. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6.
And, man, he had nobody around him. That has got to be embarrassing for this defense. When you let someone that deep downfield go completely uncovered.
Here's the pressure. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, the defense is making some big plays here right up against their own goal line. They forced 2 straight incompletions, now setting up third down. You're expecting pass again. Is this a situation where they're going to want to blitz?
Touchdown, Arkansas! Quick strike through the air for the score. You want something to be able to feel positive about after this game, and maybe that late touchdown will do it.
And Reese, I'm positive that stat counts on my stat line. Keep playing. Keep piling up those stats. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
How about this? A 2-point conversion coming. Jackson will throw. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
I love the coverage by the defense right here. Great job getting up in their space. Nothing easy down here for a 2-point conversion. The interception was just gravy.
They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Well, they try to go onside kick, but better job by the hands team following on the football.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Might be calling a hot route. Wants to throw on first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
He's going to take off. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Bulldogs! He got loose, and it was lights out after that. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Salt into your wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
To the end zone, and it's picked off.
2-point plays, the windows are very small to throw into. That time, he just tried to force it into a tiny window. It ended up being picked, and the offense comes away with no points.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Wants to go up top on first down. Going downfield for the big play. And his first pass is incomplete. It's tough to come in and fire one early.
Trailing this much in the 4th quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Grabbed in the middle. It's Platt. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. The Razorbacks come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Off the RPO, complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, he has been the go-to guy all game long. He has been lighting up the scoreboard. This defense cannot cover him.
He wants to change this route. Looking to throw on first down. Pressure coming. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive gain.
Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Quick release by the QB. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. He'll do it himself. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Zone for a touchdown. This is an absolute blowout.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Jackson gonna throw it. Fires to the wideout. Got his man on the right. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often, and with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in, you could tell. They were ready, they were fast, they were physical. They dominated this football game today.
He's taking a deep shot. Just about had another one picked off. They have been way too reckless with the football, throwing it away 3 times already. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. Makes the grab. It's Brown. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points on the score.
Georgia going up tempo. Wants to adjust the pattern. Back to pass on second down. Here's the Heat. And the Heat at the 45. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Out of the gun to give to the back. And after the short run, the clock hits 0, and we are all wrapped up here.